My team, my family, my friends, so many DMs have come in from you guys asking what my thoughts are on the Russia-Ukraine situation. That's not my area of expertise, nor will I ever give advice on something where it's my opinion or my belief, because, hey, there's so many variables behind the scenes that none of us know. A lot of people have opinions, but none of us know. So let me just share some of the things I do know, since so many have asked. First off, I love the quote from Winston Churchill. It's one I heard probably a decade ago, and it's been an important part of my life. It said, "Those that fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it." Hear that. Those that fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. I believe, and I bet you would agree with me, that we, especially here in America, we have not, in the last couple of decades, have obsessed enough on understanding history, right? We are the leader of the world. Not sure if that's will be forever, but we can find confidence in an easier life. And what's it matter about history? I want to tell you that quote and other people suggesting about history to me made me be obsessive over the last 10 years. And maybe you don't know that about me. I've read so many books about history. Right now, I'm in the middle of a book. I listen to it an hour and a half a day on Julius Caesar and the Roman Empire. Before that, I listened to Ray Dalio's book on the New World Order, Principles of New World Order. I've listened to books on every part of history that you could possibly imagine. And I have to tell you, when you understand, ignorance is bliss. But when you really understand history, you see exactly where we are right now, and it takes the emotion out of it and see why it's happening. So let's just start off by saying the Ukraine situation. First off, we should be concerned, and our hearts should be open, because there's going to be a lot of sadness. There's going to be a lot of pain. There's going to be deaths, and there's going to be human suffering. And there's never a good time for human suffering, no matter what the reasons are. We could talk about a million reasons why it's happening, but the end result, it's happening, and people will suffer. And that's something that our prayers and heart should go out to. What does it mean for us, especially here in the United States or around the world? Insecurity, uncertainty, as you've realized with COVID, is a real thing. You see, let me just pull back the curtain for 1 second. If I would have seen this in my 20s, I'm just sharing. I'm maybe not as smart as you. I didn't go to college. I didn't start obsessing on history until I was in my early 40s, okay? If I would have seen this in my 20s, I would have said, that's a foreign land. We shouldn't be spending money. We shouldn't be over there, and I'm not saying we should. We shouldn't be over there. That's their problem. If China invades Taiwan, that's Taiwan and China's problem. I would have said that in my 20s and said, as long as we're safe here. Very naive. Also, that's one end of the spectrum of like, it's never going to affect us. Could never, especially here in America, could never be here. Read history. That's all I can tell you. And on the other end of the spectrum, there's people coming to me today, literally someone I respect, that I was on the phone with, I'm pointing in there just a few minutes ago, that I respect highly, said he believes this is the beginning of World War III. Wherever you are in the spectrum, and I would bet to say we're somewhere in the middle, it's really good to understand history, because you can watch triggers that could happen. You see, I don't believe, I'm not saying we should be a part of the war, but it's a really difficult thing to comprehend when you look at history. If you do nothing, people's uncertainty, especially with a country like America, could be America doesn't have strength anymore. It doesn't have the will to stop people with just by saying it. Sanctions aren't enough. Is America really as strong as it used to be? And then if China, who is guaranteed watching what happened in Afghanistan, is watching what happens here, we could be a month away from China invading Taiwan. And would the world say, wow, America's not doing anything there either? But if we did jump in, would that start a World War III? There's a million variables in between, and we hope people are smarter than us to make better decisions. But what I would say is this: understand history more. That's what I'd say, because it takes away the emotions, and you get to see different triggers and say, wow, that's where we're going. This is escalating. I might have to make different decisions for my family. No, we're fine, or I need to work on protecting us just in case, right? Will it cause hardship here in America? With sanctions going where they're going, they could go to another level I think it was Mitch McConnell said, go up the ladder as far as you can. There's multiple levels of sanctions. Some of them could start another level of confrontation. I'm not smart enough. Again, I'll never share things that I'm not an expert in. I'm not smart enough to say we should or we shouldn't. We should send troops or we shouldn't. I'd be a fool. I'd be one of those people that just spew out things just to listen, hear themselves talk. But you should watch it so you understand. Because if they ratchet up more and things get really tight, will it affect our economy? Absolutely. Will it affect gas prices? Absolutely. Will it affect inflation where things get even more costly? Absolutely. Could there be a point where grocery stores and food gets even more scarce than it is? There could. Again, it might seem like I'm being a pessimist. I'm not. Listen, I don't know about you, but I have health insurance. Do you have health insurance? I don't plan on ever using it. I don't ever want to be sick, but I have it just in case I need it. So when you study history, when you understand it, when you don't just go, that's in another place, who cares about that? When you understand it, it's really just buying yourself a little insurance to say, wow, if things go this way, maybe I need to protect myself here. Oh my God, things are going this way, things are going to be fine. It takes away the emotion. It takes away the guessing. It takes away listening to what one news channel says or the other news channel or what Facebook says or what Instagram says. And it allows you to make a decision, like Winston Churchill said. The exact quote, those that fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. And the last thing I'll say, our country here in America, and this goes for wherever you live, but our country in America has been more separated than I've seen in my 53 years on this earth. Polarized, pushed to the extremes on both ends. And maybe this is a time, especially with human suffering happening right now, maybe this is a time we should find out what we do have in common, how we could come together, and how we could stand united in a way that makes sense for everybody, for the human race. Maybe that's something good that could come out of something so horrific. And maybe uniting and coming together can help us with future generations here in our country and around the world. I don't know if that helped at all. I don't know if it helped a little. And I know some of you are way smarter than me on the topic. So I try not to give opinion. I just try to share with everybody. If you know anything about me, self-education is the greatest gift this world has given us. So find people smarter than us. Find books about history. Dive in and understand it. Don't be naive. Don't just take other people's opinion. Form your own. Thanks, guys. What's up? What's up? Hey, don't forget to look at the action steps we've posted below. They are the perfect way to take your success, abundance in this crazy world to a whole nother level.